Over the past few years, we've seen a shift in protein. And I'm not talking about just protein tasting better. I'm talking about huge brands from our childhood partnering with protein brands to bring us some insane collaborations. And that was pretty cool. Now, we've seen it start to trickle down to protein bars, and that's where I think I might have a problem. Now, I'm not talking about protein flavors like chocolate peanut butter or a chocolate chip cookie dough protein bar. No, I'm talking about something like this. Co-branding your protein with Snickers, and let's see if it's even worth it. So in front of me today, I just went out to a couple stores and found some options that are either directly associated with another brand as a protein supplement or are a pretty solid representation of what a protein bar version of our childhood favorite snacks would be. So as I'm testing these out, I'm gonna go over a couple points. First one being taste. It's not worth buying it if it doesn't taste relatively the same as the real thing. So yes, I'm expecting this protein pie to taste very similar to this Moon Pie name brand. If it doesn't, then it sucks. Next is the protein to calorie ratio from the original to the protein supplement. Example, the Snickers protein, 240 calories, the real bar, 250 calories. So is the extra protein in here and 10 calories less worth it than having this? And that is what we're finding out in today's video. If you guys can do me a favor, press the thumbs up button. It was not easy coming across all of these things. I had to go to a bunch of different supplement stores, random gas stations, asking dealers on the street where to find this stuff, but we made it happen. So hit that thumbs up button for me right now. Get subscribed if you're new to the channel, and let's hop into it. All right, I'm gonna keep it real. I've had a couple pies in my life, but I don't think I've ever had a moon pie. So that's where I wanna start. We have a chocolate moon pie and what I thought was vanilla, but it's actually banana moon pie. And then we have their protein counterparts, the chocolate power pie and the vanilla power pie. So looking at the front, Power Pie is made by Flex, which is a company I don't think I've heard of or tried any of their supplements before, but I did find these at Vitamin Shop. So if you have a Vitamin Shop, you can find them there. And this is a direct collaboration with Moon Pie. The original Moon Pie, 300 calories per pie with 4 grams of protein. Compare that to the Power Pie, 270 calories per pie and 14 grams of protein. So less calories and more protein. Let's see if it's worth it. To establish a baseline, we're gonna start by trying out the Moon Pie. First things first, it feels airy, it feels thick, it feels pretty good in the hands. I'm just gonna go right in on it. I'll be honest, it's a little dry. Very, very sweet. Chocolate coating is delicious. Like I said, the bread in between is a little bit dry. The fluff in the middle is a mixture between like marshmallow and cream. All around, it's actually pretty solid. So I could definitely see that being 300 calories. Now, let's bust into the Power Pie. Right off the bat, it's definitely not 3 layers. This is only 2 layers of cake. With some cream in the middle, nothing wrong with that. Let's bite it. Oh man. That is also dry, but the cookie is actually pretty good. The chocolate is almost identical in flavor, and the marshmallow cream is a little more marshmallowy, but the flavor's pretty consistent. I would definitely say I can taste a little more of an artificial sweetener flavor, but to compare the two just on flavor, this one is about 80%, if not even close to 90% of the flavor you get with this. One thing I'm noticing immediately, this is the Moon Pie she tells you not to worry about, and this is you. Definitely a difference in size here. I would say maybe about 1/3 bigger the Moon Pie is. Overall, would I get this again over this? If I was a Moon Pie fan, yeah, actually I think I would. You're getting a little less calories, you're getting like 4 times the protein, and for a pretty damn close taste. Yeah, I say it's worth it. Definitely go for it. All right, that one gets a check. On to the next. We're gonna be comparing the banana moon pie to the vanilla power pie. Quick note, one thing I was not able to find from this same brand, Finaflex, but I did see on their website, they have a protein dupe, I guess is what we're calling it, with oatmeal cream pies. I don't know what their deal is with cream pies, but I actually think I have tried that one a couple years back and it was semi-okay. I definitely think this is the better option out of the two. Calories and macros are the same on this banana flavor, so let's open it up. And that is just, I mean, that's a good looking banana pie. These are actually starting to grow on me a little bit. Same thing, really good coating, a little bit dry. Marshmallow filling is nice. Onto the vanilla flavor. The only difference in this one is that this one has 280 calories instead of 270. And it doesn't have chocolate on the bottom, but let's give it a shot. All right, this one's not cutting it at all. Something's wrong with the amount of like top icing. I don't know why, but it's way too thick, way too artificial sweetener flavoring, and it's melting in my hands and it's like room temperature in here. Not only is that one 10 more calories, it doesn't taste, I would say maybe 60% of how good the banana one tastes. So for me, surprisingly, I could have sworn that was gonna be a yes, but that one's gonna be a no. On to the next one. And I wanna try an all-time classic Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but now in a protein bar. Too good to be true. Let's see. The real thing, these little Cinnamon Toast cereal bars, only 100 calories, but with that pretty much 0 grams of protein. Break that open. It's a good looking little bar. Oh, that smell is so good. I mean, that's delicious. It just feels like you just smash a bunch of Cinnamon Toast Crunch into a bar and you're shoving it down your throat, which sounds like nothing better going down your throat. I don't need to try that again. That's like a 10, and it's only 100 calories. It's a nice little snack. Now we dive into the protein version of this bar, and this one, 20 grams of protein. So a lot more, but 220 calories. So over double the calories. Let's see what we're working with though. I will say that's a much thicker bar than what we had with the cereal bar. So that does have that going for it, and it looks very pretty too. Let's see what we got. Ooh, oh my gosh. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. The only thing remotely close to Cinnamon Toast Crunch in here is the taste of cinnamon, but no cereal, overwhelmingly a ton of protein aftertaste and taste. Extremely dry. The coating is beautiful, but definitely not good. If I had to rate it on a scale of how close it tastes to this, it maybe tastes 10% as good or as close to this as it should. I don't need to try any more of that. That is an absolute no. And the fact that you're eating over double the calories for that, no way would I ever choose that over this right here. Let's hop into a fan favorite. I've been on the record multiple times saying that I don't personally like legendary bars, but we're gonna give it a shot again, and we're comparing it up against a standard Pop-Tart, and this is the strawberry flavor. Now I know you're thinking, oh, you gotta heat it up, you gotta toast them both. It should taste good, toasted, untoasted, in the fridge, in the freezer, out in the sunlight. If it tastes good, it tastes good, period. To establish a baseline, let's go ahead and get the Pop-Tart open. And by the way, a Pop-Tart has 200 calories per sheet. These thin little sheets, yes, each one is 200 calories. And like I said, this is the strawberry flavor. I don't think there's any protein in a Pop-Tart, and if it is, it's probably minimal, about 4 grams. But there's something so satisfying about like eating a Pop-Tart. I used to have these before football practice in high school, and it just like has so much nostalgia to me. Delicious. Now everyone knows the crust absolutely sucks, but the filling's good, the sweetness on top is fantastic, a little bit of sprinkles, and that good strawberry cream inside. Now, on to the legendary pastries, where one pastry is 180 calories with 20 grams of protein. And not only does that look, I mean, that looks pretty good, it's also much thicker than like your normal Pop-Tart. Like if you're comparing these two just off of views, I'm going off of this one right here. It looks way prettier. But it doesn't matter how it looks. It depends on how it tastes. Now I know I've been on the record as saying I don't like these things, but coming from a Pop-Tart to this, is it quite as good? No, but only because of a little bit of artificial sweetener taste. I gotta be honest, it's pretty good all around. And I can promise you, if you eat one of these, you will probably be just as full as if you would have eaten 2 of the Pop-Tarts. And you're gonna eat half the calories if you eat one of these compared to 2 of these. And it has 20 grams of protein. Yeah, I gotta say, the legendary pastries is definitely a go when you're looking at it like this. Surprisingly, I think I'm a changed man. Maybe I've never had the strawberry flavor too. The filling on these is actually very, very close to the flavor of a normal Pop-Tart. And what's crazy is this isn't even a collab with Pop-Tart. They're just a dupe, and they're doing a better job than some of these ones that are actual collabs. All right, and on to our next dupe. We have one of my all-time favorite candies of all time, a Reese's. And in this Reese's, it is 210 calories for 2 cups with 5 grams of protein. And that is being compared up to one of the OGs of protein, Quest, and this is their peanut butter cups, 200 calories for 2 cups. And with that, you get 11 grams of protein. So it is double the protein for right about the same amount of calories. As always, let's go ahead and bust open the real deal, see what we're working with, which, trust me, I've had a couple of these in my day. I know exactly what we're working with. That right there is a beautiful cup. There's nothing better in life than peanut butter and chocolate. That's amazing. But the question isn't whether Reese's is good or not. Everyone knows Reese's is a 10 out of 10. The question is, how does the Quest Reese's stand up? And I mean, as far as straight looks, it looks pretty close. Now on to taste. It's definitely not as good, but it is pretty close. I would probably say it's about 70 to 80% of what a Reese's tastes like. I know I'm saying Reese's wrong, but I don't know how to say it any other way, so just bear with me for a couple more seconds while I talk about it. It has a little bit of a protein taste, a little bit of an artificial sweetener taste, but I think that's totally okay. And this leads me into a point that I wanted to make with this video. So you're browsing for a nice little treat for dessert or a midday snack, and you come across both a Reese's and a Quest. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna pick the Reese's because it's what you've always gone to, you know it's delicious, or are you gonna pick the Quest because you wanna try something new and it's gonna be high protein and healthier for you? Is it? Is it really any healthier for you? And when you're just looking at calories, you're comparing 210 calories to 200 calories. The 5 grams of protein difference, is it really gonna make that big a difference in your physique on whether you're having 5 extra grams of protein from a Reese's cup or a fake Reese's cup? I think it's a complete personal decision. In my opinion though, why not just go with the real thing for the exact same amount of calories? It does taste better, and you're not gaining that much benefit from 5 grams of protein that who knows whether you're actually gonna digest or not. So food for thought, that's where I'm at on it, but we'll see how the last thing compares. Original Snickers bar, 250 calories with 4 grams of protein. Comparing that to the Snickers high protein bar, 240 calories, and with that, 20 grams of protein. First things first, let's try out the real deal. Snickers is probably my number 1 candy, and then Reese's behind that, just so you guys are aware. Oh, chocolate, nuts, caramel, nougat, chocolate, in that order, in my mouth, that's a 10 out of 10. Till the day I die, Snickers is number one. I've been a Snicker licker my entire life. I'm not gonna stop now. But let's see if it's worth it to make the leap to the Snickers high protein. So we have the bar here, and I think a little bit of the caramel leaked out, but that's all right. Let's see how it tastes. You gotta give me a second here. All right. Whew, I just got the chills a little bit. That was not good. That was not good. So here's what I'm thinking they tried to do. Okay, chocolate, check. Caramel, not really, because it seeped out the sides. And then peanuts, none of that. The nougat got replaced with some sort of very cheap, bad tasting, artificial sweetened protein. And then you get your other layer of chocolate that my hands are super sticky because the caramel leaked everywhere. This just isn't good. I mean, it's the same amount of calories as a Snickers. It does have, what, 5 times the protein of a Snickers, but it's not a treat. Like, I wouldn't eat this and be like, oh, I get to have a nice little treat or like a nice snack. Honestly, it's gonna do probably more harm to my stomach than an actual Snickers would, and for the same amount of calories. I don't know what these companies are trying to do. It seems like maybe some of them are doing them okay, but the true protein bars made by the actual companies, in this case, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch bar and the Snickers bar, were by far the 2 worst bars. I think there's something to be said for these Power Pie bars. Yes, they're a partnership with Moon Pie, but they're still made by what I assume Finifex is a pretty good supplement company. So maybe that's the route to go, or maybe it's the route of, hey, we're a candy bar. Let's be a candy bar. Let's let protein bars handle their duplicates of what we do. Sometimes they might do it even better than we can do it for less calories and taste just as good, and let them do that. Here's what I hate seeing, is I hate seeing someone walking through a store, they see a Snickers logo and it says it's a protein bar. They're expecting a Snickers bar that has protein in it. What they're getting is a Snickers brand that made a protein bar that tastes nothing like a Snickers and is honestly gross. So when it comes down to it, some of them are worth it, but the majority, I would say just get the real thing, enjoy the treat, and have a protein shake from Transparent Labs, ideally their chocolate peanut butter, when you get home. So with all that, this was an extremely fun and tasty protein bar tryout, protein bar review. If you guys have any other protein bars that you want me to try out, let me know in the comments down below. If you've tried some of these bars, let me know your thoughts about them in the comments down below. But with that, I will be seeing you guys shortly in the next one.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem.